Okay.
Wow, a whole year, Evan. Oh my god. You're drunk and you got your Baco? Hell yeah. Vibes. Tremendous. Okay, I'm back. Whew. How are you today, Renu?
I'm great.
It's good. Hold on,
Yeah.
I think I need to turn you up a little.
I took Miss Clover to the dog park.
Nice,
And
nice.
then, yeah, came home. Oh no, went grocery shopping. And then I came home and made pasta. And then, one of the kittens broke one of my teacups.
Of course. Of course.
Because he was playing on the kitchen counter where he's definitely not supposed to be.
Expect nothing less.
Evan, it's up for a whole year.
Yeah, whole year.
A
Oh yeah,
whole
brother.
year. You're
This
drunk.
is this stream is one of the small joys I get this week.
What do you mean?
For the last like 2 weeks I have not been thinking about anything other than work. After this stream is over, I'm gonna go do some work. It's just
You're in it. You're in the grind.
I am in it. Oh, and I have to edit the podcast. Oops. Oh well. That's a problem for later.
Later you is going to be current you very soon.
Yeah. Yep. The grind set. Yeah, literally, that's me. I have been but a specter of a human being.
Whoa.
Everybody in my house is just like, we haven't seen you in days. It's
We
rough
forgot you
going.
still lived here.
It's rough going here, I gotta say. I did make a nice dinner today, and then tomorrow we're gonna do hot pot.
Ooh,
So
hot
that's
pot. I
Yeah.
haven't had hot pot in years.
Oh, hot pot is so good.
It's so good.
No longer soup, just chicken and words. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, the thing is, so I was gonna host my parents tomorrow, except then I couldn't because they're just like, your sister caught the COVID.
Oh.
I was like, okay, well, you better not come over then. But that was right after I had already bought like a nice nice steak and
Oh, no.
like 4 pounds of mussels.
Oh, no. I guess you guys will enjoy that.
We did tonight.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
I made so I got home from work and then wow, 6 months. Wait, 6 months? That's 15 months going.
Wait, 6 months.
The subs keep rolling in. Delightful.
We watched an ad because Steve wasn't Steven wasn't sub.
Ask my damn H. You'll have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Oh, Steven has 6.
Steven
yeah,
has
Steven has 6 months. Yeah. 6 months, like little baby.
Baby.
Yeah, Steve. I think Steven doesn't even have the big boy sub badge then yet. I think.
That's fine.
Hello, Mads. Yeah. So we had some nice dry aged steaks tonight. Courtesy of. I was gonna say my parents, but they didn't pay for it. We paid for it.
Courtesy of you.
Courtesy of us. I made some steak and then some white wine mussel pasta.
Wow, that sounds so good.
Yeah, except most of I didn't think about this. Wow, that's really so bad. So we hit the hype train. We're hyping.
Man.
See, the thing is that mussels turned out to be quite a challenge for half of our household.
What do you mean?
We have like four and a bit pounds of mussels, and only like half of this household will actually eat them.
Oh, that's a problem.
Can't make mussels. Yeah, sad. You need mussels for the mussels? Yeah. I will say, I totally forgot this about seafood, but seafood like stains your hands with like the smell of seafood. So like you need gloves when you eat them if you're gonna eat a bunch of it. And this whole ordeal has like just kind of reminded me, one, how much I really like shellfish, and then 2, how much I really miss eating crab.
Oh, crab.
Yeah, Renu, if you ever come over here, we'll have some crabbies.
Yeah, we'll have crab and ramen.
Some crabbies and ramens, and you know what? It will just be us eating the crabby.
Ah.
Why didn't you talk to you about crab? Do you guys like crab? Sean doesn't like crab? I thought Sean doesn't like crab. I got that impression. I figured.
You sensed it.
Sean,
Yeah.
Sean doesn't like shellfish in general. He doesn't like most fish too. So like it's not a long stretch. Steven's gonna nut over the crab. Okay, Steven can eat the crab. Who is Sean? Oh no, crab is like legitimately one of the greatest joys in life to me. Anytime I eat crab, I feel like I'm living. I feel like I'm truly alive for the first time. Like there's you don't eat seafood? Oh, you just don't eat seafood in general. Yeah, I guess some people are like that. Steven's upset. Yeah, crab is so good. Like there's an episode of Konosuba where Kazuma is trying to like have a wet dream because he contracted a succubus shop, and so he's just like, I can't eat a lot before I go to sleep. But then everybody is eating crab and having like booze, and I'm just like, oh, it's so good. It sounds so good. Eating a bunch of crab.
Crab.
Anyway, crab is like great because it's one of those things that you eat for fun. That's like one of those things where what's it called? There's like a Japanese saying where like or maybe it's a Chinese saying or something. It's an Asian saying where like anytime you eat crab, everyone gets really quiet because they're really occupied. You eat for fun.
You just hear the crackling of the crab being broken.
You make killer brownies? Yeah, they're pretty good. Love eating as an activity. Yeah, that's what I like about crab though, is the thing. Is like it's not like you're eating to get full. You are eating for fun.
Yeah. I don't
Also,
like oysters. That's the
don't like
one
oysters?
seafood I can't do.
I like
Yeah.
oysters.
It's something about the goopy texture that
No,
sets me off.
that's completely understood. It puts off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Yeah, the slurp. Oh.
I love the slurp. I love it.
Good. I give you all my oysters.
I'll eat all your
During a
oysters.
buffet
I could
or
legit
whatever.
eat like 2 platters of oysters by myself.
Wow, that's crazy.
There was
I'm always in awe of people who do that.
there was a there was there's a restaurant near where I used to live where like I think every was it like New Year's or something? I don't remember exactly which occasion it was, but they would cart out free oysters and like song and dance, and like they'd play live music, and literally just a guy would be shucking oysters all day, and you could eat as many free oysters as you want outside this fucking restaurant.
Wow, that's crazy. Oysters are expensive.
Yeah, it's like a local oyster company, but like I guess it's I think the restaurant puts it on as like like an event. I mean,
Oh.
I ate a lot of oysters that day. This New Year's Day 2020. Yeah, I think that's true. Did me, Cooper, and Ethan also get oyster summer at some point too? Yes, that was the exact same one. The year before I went with Cooper and Ethan, and we had a bunch of free oysters.
Fun. Yeah.
Soup and house. We gotta go to the pork highway. Yeah, we absolutely have to go to the pork highway. Obviously.
Pork highway.
Pork highway.
Yeah, pork highway.
Oh yeah, baby.
Who did we go with? Oh, we went with Stuart, my friend Stuart. Hype train success. You've received the level 1 hype train emote.
Oh, such
Sorry,
strong support.
is that petting a fish? What is this? Choo choo hype pat. Look, it's adorable.
What the heck is that?
This emote's so cute.
I can barely tell what it is. There's there a hand and it's
Yeah, you're like petting a fish. Bizarre. This is the only like hype train emote I care about now. I don't know how. I mean, I know how this system operates, but like, look at it. It's adorable. You're petting a fish. You can hover over it, I think, and it'll. Oh wait, maybe that's just my OBS actually. Never mind. Anyway, should we play some Ace Attorney? We've been chatting here for a little bit.
Oh. Ikuyo.
Also, my chalice was taken from me at some point to presumably be filled by wine, and I don't know why I haven't received it yet. Lackeys, where is my chalice?
Where is my chalice? You gotta stream it to me too.
Yes. You make a good point. It's been like
Yay.
2 weeks since we've played. It's actually been a long time since I've really done anything. I played basically like yesterday I did D&D. And played a little bit of Vampire Survivors, and that was my night, and that was like the first time I've really played like a video game since like last weekend when I played a little bit of Slay the Spire to take the edge off of just writing all weekend. I'm busy. Anyway, shall we play some Ace Attorney?
Yeah, we just got done against that case with that dandy guy, and
Yeah, we're starting
And
part 2 of
Strahd.
the investigation.
yeah.
15th April, Baker Street.
Store for rent. See, that's why I ate grown-ups.
You'll bring me in a chalice full of wine once the trial starts? Okay.
Ah. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my! Surely you were given that? Yeah, the deed let me keep it. After I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scarper. Always pays off, giving people a look like you ate them.
I can't help feeling that it's gonna get you into serious trouble one day.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc.
But Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long, hard stare.
She's right, look at people like you hate or will eat them. Yeah.
They'll want to give you things so that you stop doing that. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windibanks again today. Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windibank.
But that disc's mine. I had the ticket for this coat, and it was in this coat's pocket.
I forgot that's how this ended.
Yeah.
He started bleeding.
And there should be something else I know. That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is.
Now she's really pushing her luck.
Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Eh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. Oh my god, I forgot that he freaking confused his Stradivarius.
Oh my god.
For the wrong instrument. No, Ta. Oh. Why would I come round your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something?
You know what the best part about the fact that he lost it was that he got depressed because he thought he couldn't play anymore. He's like, why can't I play the instrument? Oh, wait, this is a viola.
The strength is different. The size is different. Everything's different.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add.
I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Interesting.
Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. Kawaii.
Kawaii.
And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later, too.
I mean, we live in your attic.
Yeah, you better invite us.
Sorry?
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later, then. Sarabada!
Sarabada! Look at all the different things in the window of this shop.
Ah, that's Windibanks, the pawnbrokery.
We were just in there, dummy.
Yeah.
Looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
Reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. I was like, what year is it? Like 1908?
I don't know. Something like that. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo.
My pen. There's like a... Oh, that is the Baker Street. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
It looks kawaii.
What are they charging here? It seems nice.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, I know.
You've been distracted. There's no murder yet. Yeah, like, see, the thing is that, like, nothing's actually happened yet. No one's dead.
To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. He's like, are you gonna go and commit crimes? I guess so. Wow, Aitsu, thanks. Welcome back to the Women Respecting
Aitsu.
Club.
Arigato gozaimasu.
That's rad. That's rad.
That's pretty rad.
It's so cozy in here.
Yeah.
15th April, 3:46 p.m. Sholmes' suite.
Susie and Renu. Come in, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always?
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh, yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Look at those little eyes of hers shining.
Oh, dear. It is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh! Oh! What a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news!
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at that idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
I like how that's what she's taking away.
This is an educational lesson.
Oh, yes, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
He's like, what did I do?
Are you a filthy pickpocket?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Oh, bro, is he depressed again?
Oh, no. Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Be gay, do crime. Wow. Welcome back, Tyler, to the Women Respecting Club.
You
Okay.
respecting women over there? That's nice.
It's like the first stream in 2 weeks, so everybody's re-upping their subs, yeah.
Aww, kawaii.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't been able to stream, like, at all since probably the last, like, Ace Attorney, right?
Right.
Or was it the last tier list? No, it was the last tier list. That was the last stream. 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Mm.
Your boyfriend respects women, ain't that neat? It's true. It's a miracle I can stream today. You know what? I've decided to take the small joys in my week, because I'm about to explode.
Ah.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes?
I beg that you won't speak to me.
Oh God, he's back. Sorry?
I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes. Hurley does.
This dude, what the heck? Yeah, he's very mercurial. Is he in the fucking mind palace? He's like.
Numbers and words are flying through his vision as we speak. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. She's only, what, 10?
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Renu? You have such a funny look on your face.
Nothing. I'm not thinking about how you're probably an orphan. No, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right?
Ow! How did you?
Oh, Renu, I can read you like a book.
Ugh, this girl's dangerous. You're just a fool, Mr. Naruhodo.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
Well, I guess we'll ask you why.
I'll ask you anything.
So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilda case 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together.
All your homies hate the viola.
And now we're the best of friends.
You sound exactly like any violin player. Do you know I learned violin for a solid, year?
Really?
Yeah.
You're so Asian.
Yeah, no, legit, my parents made me do the whole suite of, Asian garbage, where, I had to do, fucking Kumon after school.
Oh.
I did violin lessons, which came after I stopped doing piano lessons, and then after I stopped doing
piano.
Yeah, exactly. Then after I stopped doing violin lessons, I started taking guitar lessons, and I did that all the way through high school. Kumon. Yeah. Kumon. But honestly, given that I was learning the piano something like 15 years ago, I don't remember any of it. Literally zero. I know what a piano is. That's the extent of my knowledge.
I think it comes back to you little by little when you start playing, but yeah, it's
Yeah. If I ever decided to pick it up again, which I probably
if you
won't.
ever decide to sit in front of a piano, I think you could tinker with it.
It has this thing called keys. Are there locks for the keys? Miss playing cello, haven't played since high school. It makes you sad. Yeah, I mean, I think it is fun to pick up an instrument that you have put down for a while. My guitar just kind of sadly sits there, mostly just because I learned for 4 years, but all that knowledge has completely fallen out. Some are sharp. Anyway.
Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes. Now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh.
We could collectively form a good chunk of an orchestra. I think that's probably true. My sister, at the same time I was learning piano, was learning the drums, and she actually still plays the drums.
Oh. The drums are cool. And I chase after her down the back alleys. Oh.
Interesting idea, friendship.
Uh-huh. And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh dear. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Oh my god!
Poor man.
This girl's a menace.
Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? This is just a funny question.
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore.
I mean, what were you expecting? This was the only outcome, right?
Mommy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to a faraway land because one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. Now I understand why she's the Watson.
Ah.
It's all coming together.
Oh, baby. It's all coming together now. She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in that metal chest over there.
Really? He recorded them all?
So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases?
That's homo, Bromo.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So, Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest.
Susetta needs access to that safe net, doesn't she? Yeah.
But that only made me want to look even more. So I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs.
Maybe Sholmes was a functioning detective before his partner died.
Yes. So I asked Hurley. Who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. And that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
So, Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Damn.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in.
He does work best with someone to bounce off of. Yeah, I mean, that is true. He's very intuitive when he's not caught up on something extremely trivial.
So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, you were that little?
Oh god. You're not my real dad!
Oh dear.
I must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he's solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind.
Just slides right off his smooth brain.
Yeah. It's honestly a
same.
miracle he remembered our names.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he'd just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again.
Oh my god.
It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson.
He's the guy that died in the first case.
Wait. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh no. Wait.
I was like, when they first introduced him, I was like, man, he sounds like the Watson character, right? He has to be because he's a doctor, but why did they kill him off so early? Now we know. Now we know.
Oh no.
Because he's a doctor, and he's from, you know, Britain, and yada, yada, yada.
Bro! Bro! Oh! Oh, God! Oh! Oh, boy. All right, then.
I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see!
That's what prompted me to study and study, so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Think emoji.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
Wait. But
Huh?
wait. What?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Well, cause didn't Iris just say like I was so devastated when I learned that Sherlock wasn't my father.
Yeah.
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And a man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Bro. Miss Susato. Maybe don't tell her you were accused of murdering her dad. Yeah. Hey, look, we're innocent. We're
We ain't do
declared innocent. We didn't actually do it. Probably.
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
Well, all right then.
My dear fellows, how good to see you.
Jesus Christ.
Eek! Mr. Sholmes! Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before?
Brother!
Why? Why would you hide this from me? We're friends, aren't we? Well, no matter now. So how the devil are you?
We've been with you for most of the day.
Goodness, really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam?
What is going on with you?
Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc.
Oh my!
Then what's it doing here?
You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny.
Bro, he stole it!
Of course he stole it.
Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Renu could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Oh, dear.
Brother! No way. That is not what we got our degree for. Right.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all of our menacing crime notifications.
Gregson has probably gone through a metric ton of fish and chips over this. Absolutely. Also, now I want fish and chips again.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
No, wait!
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. Every time Gregson gets brought up, you get hungry. Yeah, honestly, same. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
Oh my god. Did you make an impression?
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes.
You made a fish stew for today? Sounds nice. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was his only friend.
My only friend.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilded down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course.
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
I'm actually thankful for this flashback because I don't remember this. It's been 2 weeks since we last played.
It's all yours, Inspector. For For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not?
Yes, yes, you did. But I still don't understand.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this.
I knew it. That's actually so big brain. What the fuck? Like, dude, what the fuck?
His one and only friend.
That's amazing. Yeah, literally. What the fuck? The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel.
Indeed. This caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press, and its unique form is duplicated.
My man, are you duplicating house keys?
Who knows?
Jesus Christ. Maybe you do have a bright career as a criminal pickpocket. It's honestly impressive. Fine, but how is the flavor? I don't know, probably a little bloody.
I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. What a
Jesus
genius!
Christ, man.
We doubted him all this time.
It sounds illegal.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played.
All right, man.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
No idea? I mean, we need someone to play it, right?
None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Renu.
He can't make the player. I mean, he could make a player if he had a player in front of him and a bar of caramel. Depending on how standardized they are. Yeah, it sounds like they aren't very.
Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes.
I do like that they switched to a music box style BGM for this
Yeah,
explanation.
it's cute. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
Music box music is so nice.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Except now we have gramophones.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. We have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
Ah, I see. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one.
Brunk, 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 brunk.
So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Jesus Christ, man.
Every single one. That's Hurley for you. Always taking things too far.
But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case. I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
Oh my god.
No, wait! Wait!
What?
We just made ourselves cozy! Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was
Hey,
it the
man.
curse? Hey, was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Like this portrait, it's a good one.
It is good, right?
Even though he successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial,
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
I mean, yeah. Spooky as fuck. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, sort of, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then.
It's part of the music box. I mean, the reason we care about the music box is just because it was like the McGilded thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a note that just from McGilded or whatever.
Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Oh, now you care. Now then, where did I leave it? Oh,
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with a pawnbroker.
yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said he had a manuscript of irises in pond, didn't he? Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust.
Sholmes must have ADHD. Does feel like it, doesn't it?
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley?
Yuck, yuck, yuck. Sholmes' brain has a lot going on, most likely all at once. I suspect that is true.
Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
Hmm?
What's
Miss
going
Susato?
on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Miss Susato?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how did you know the full title? Well, that's
because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
Miss Susato?
But Renu, the Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published.
What? Oh, fuck.
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand. Miss Susato.
That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's.
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Ah,
What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
it would appear. Our guest has arrived.
What the fuck is going on?
Miss Susato!
Miss Lestrade.
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going.
No, wait, Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Bro.
Oh, yes! Just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer.
Meddlesome it is then.
Wow. Ah!
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed.
Oh my
Why?
freaking god.
You know, just like playing some board games, learning how to pickpocket. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night.
And then,
No.
15th April, 9:34 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy.
It's a good skill to have. I mean, like, sure, I guess. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin, even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Oh my god. Don't do that.
Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Oh, well. Ah. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
Oh? The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
Bro, are you gonna go to jail? Are we gonna defend you? Is it finally time? What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Burk, burk.
Hmm?
Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
Oh, Iris. Hello again.
And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny's going to stay up with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea.
Wow, a pot of tea sounds really nice.
You know, I've learnt so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
Oh boy. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Oh,
Wait a minute! Hey! Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my! How did you? I told you, didn't I?
All right, that's pretty good. You got me there.
I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it though.
Oh, thank you.
Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think it wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Wow.
Yes, me too.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please.
Why is she being so sus about this? What is going on?
I don't know.
Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh, no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mental script or whatever you call it? It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Oh.
Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but... My daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. Eh? They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So where's your old man now, then? I just knew it. He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time.
You know he's dead, right? You know he's dead, right? Please help me.
She don't know.
Please help me. You know he's dead.
She obviously doesn't know.
Ah!
So I've never really met him.
Ah!
Because we haven't told Sholmes either.
Fuck.
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Not like this. Yeah, honestly.
Oh my god, dude.
Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know. But it must be special in some way. Because after I had written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I'd ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please do not ask me.
All right then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right.
And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said that it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. I mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too. Tisk, you lot are too trusting for your own good.
But he can't pull the wool over my eyes.
Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it.
What?
Hurley's lying to me.
But he...
Renu, what are you doing?
Look, I'm not gonna steal nothing, alright? It's all junk anyway.
Charming. I suppose I should engage our guests in conversation, really. Alright. Your parents.
Oh my god, dude.
I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
Could have told you that one.
Oh.
Look, the East End's full of orphans like me.
No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we were born. Not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. Ah, so that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, diving's my life. I love it.
I said, wow, so you're a pickpocket to take care of the orphans. No, I just really like to steal things.
I just enjoy it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean.
I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true.
Bro, imagine having parents.
I do want to see Daddy so much.
Oh dear.
Oh, Iris.
At least we know pink hair comes from her mom. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons that he popped that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish.
Oh my, oh, why would you think that, Gina?
It's simple. If that story was really an old Winterbank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it.
Huh. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Winterbank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes.
See?
Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness! Look at the time! Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs.
Yeah, alright.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult, but deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Just having to think about it. Having to think, Renosuke. voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. Why are you here? Be gone! Be gone, sleep paralysis demon!
Are you throwing me out of the attic to move in a bunch of music boxes?
Oh God, has my time come? I knew it would come eventually.
It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone.
Gina?
She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here today. My name is Jugimu Goko no Surikira Kaijari Sugi no Suyomatsu Unmaimatsu Huraimatsu Kuneru Toko no Sumuru Tokoro Yabura Koji no Bura Koji Paipo no Shuringan no Gurindai no Pompokopi no Pompokona no Chokume no Chosuke. And then rehydrate. Did you know I have the Jugimu memorized? I can do it off the cuff. Jugimu Goko no Surikere Kaijari Sugi no Sugi. Which one time?
I think you told me that one time.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
It was just one of those things that I for some reason decided to memorize, and I wish I could put that effort into anything on purpose, but I can't. Instead, I could just sit here like Jugimu Goko no Surikere Kaijari Sugi no Sugimatsu Naimatsu Huramatsu Kunu no Nisumura Tokoro Yabura Koji no Bura Koji Paipo no Shuringan no Gurindai no Pompoku no Ponkona no Chokume no Chosuke. Anyway, yeah.
I think not, from speaking to her before she retired. I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Usato.
Bro, did she get kidnapped?
Oh, jeez. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home. But I've been waiting for over an hour now.
Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow.
Oh God, what's happening out the window? What's this about? Let's see. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? Oh boy.
That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery.
Mr. Windibanks. Oh no.
It's simple. If that story was really an old Windibank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry? Oh, no. No, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate.
At once. Miss Usato.
April, 1:14 a.m., Baker Street.
The door to Windibanks. It's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it? Why would you turn the lamp on?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
Oh, it'll definitely be more sinister.
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside.
There's no one here.
Oh, yes. There is.
Oh.
Oh! Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo.
But,
After them, go!
right. Ah, blast. I've lost them.
Hello, what have we here?
Hey,
The alarm was just raised from the pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that?
Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibanks. Anime.
ホームズさん
なるほど様。
大丈夫ですか？
僕は大丈夫だ。心配ない。それよりもあの扉の向こうだ。早く。
oh!
Hmm.
Oh!
椎名さん。
It's so much funnier when you play the Japanese dub and they just say Holmes.
ホームズさん。
True. He did say Holmes the son.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ma-ma-da-ma. Okay, let's take a little breaky before investigation, part 3. I'm gonna get some water, maybe put on some tea even. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. Making a cup of tea is so hard when you don't have a teapot. Making a proper cup of tea at any rate.
Hmm.
Anyway, shall we continue?
Woo. Bam!
Blammo! Ah!
Ah!
This is just summing up what we just experienced.
Yeah.
Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry! Oh, those sharps. Yeah, that's not a surprise. It's Gina? Of course. From that moment, Windibank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. 16th April, 6:21 a.m. Naruto's legal consultancy. Oh, Iris.
A telegram came, but all it said was, "Wait at home."
Oh, yes. We asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Reno?
Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened.
Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, yes, I had a feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Windibanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away.
So it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windibank, I suppose.
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh, why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Jenny? But why?
Well, the thing is,
No, Jenny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think that she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do.
I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the 2 thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
I don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
No! I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris! I can still hear his voice.
This is all so horrible. It's like he was here right now, telling me how he was shot to death.
Iris, I'm still alive! The thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards,
Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room.
yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Runo? Well,
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't.
so where's Hurley then? Is he still investigating the scene?
Probably at the hospital.
You said he was alive. He must be investigating. He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes.
So he's actually dead then?
He was taken to hospital this morning. Wait, wasn't the original the number one place dialogue where she was just like, "He's dead"?
Yeah.
I don't get this sequencing.
Well, you said that he's not dead, so you know, that must mean he's totally fine.
What?
Well, when we entered Windibank's, a gun was fired and he took a bullet.
Hurley was shot. No. No.
It's all right. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at Saint Sinners. They're tending to him there.
Wait, what?
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze.
After them. Go!
After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. Saint Sinners operations. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Don't hesitate that a gun, you did the right thing not chasing. Honestly, honestly, kind of. Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Runo.
I mean, she's savvy too.
Yes, yes. Good.
On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris.
Where's Susie, Runo?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
That is a good question. Oh, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway. So they weren't questioning me for long. You're useless, that's why. And and Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
Ah, I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Renu. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me?
Oh, yes. I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. Iris is this game's Pearl, yeah. Pearl is like max to like strength stat, and then Iris is max intelligence.
Yes.
And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Well, alright then. We got our first location.
"16th April, St. Sinner's Hospital, Ward 3.
Hurley! Oh,
Oh?
he's not here.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. No, that's strange. How was surgery in the 1800s? Hey, we just invented medicine. It's like 1900. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh.
Yeah, not the right choice of words, huh?
Oh,
Hello, what have we here? This ward is off limits, no visiting. So what you doing in here, eh?
well, all of you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Huh? Oh. Begging your pardon there, ma'am, sir? A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. Great mystery solver as a mystery family, eh?
If that's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It's been several hours since he went in.
Oh dear. Is he going to be alright?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
Oh. No.
Heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is.
Huh.
Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
Oh, poor Hurley.
Mr. Sholmes just fucking juiced on coffee. He's like, I can't fall asleep!
16th April, local prison cell 13.
Hello, Gina. They let you keep
Would
that?
They let you keep that?
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
Bro, what the hell is going on in this prison? I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though.
What are you here for? Jenny.
I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So, we were thinking that we might be able to help you.
Well, you can't.
Sorry?
You, get lost. Don't be like that, Jenny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't.
But with a grenade launcher, on the other hand.
Yeah.
You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh my god, she's like, I'm a hard-boiled criminal.
Oh.
You think I didn't murk that guy? I murked that guy!
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay me hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Jenny... I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one.
Bro, you need a lawyer! She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Jenny?
I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away?
They wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I'd had it happen to me before, no. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. Soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead.
Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could...
Forget it. Jenny? Don't you trust Renu? Nah, I don't.
Wow.
Look, I'll ask her nicely now. Just leave me alone.
Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night, at the pawnbrokers.
There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and... you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work. And half the time you don't even get nothing.
Is that really why you broke into the place?
What?
You what, mate? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else?
Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you. Whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
What did you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help.
We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by.
What? What is this?
Nani!
What is this? A photographic print of a really adorable cat. What is this?
I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny.
White cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Intriguing. You were very helpful. And by that I mean not at all. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Bro, we're in England. Maybe British cats are different. No, there's just no kotatsus here. It's like, that's weird. Oh, look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th April, 9 p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket?
13th February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it?
A small box? That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Renu, if Mr. McGilded still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Oh, yes. If it's something McGilded deposited, we need to investigate. White cat photographs information has been updated. Redemption ticket issued from a pawnbroker owned by the victim, Mr. Windibank, in the form of some handwritten notes in the back of the I mean, I guess we'll just go sift through his things. He's, like, a little too dead. So...
16th April, Winterbank's Pawnbrokery.
Wow, look at all these polizias.
This is where it happened then? Last night?
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
No, you're right about that, actually.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
Looks into camera like I'm on The Office. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Looks at the camera.
Stop!
Think emoji, think emoji, think emoji. You know what? You know what it do. ACAB, all cops are bobbies. Oh, I heard that.
Hey, you heard that.
Oh!
Oh, Inspector. Good morning?
Time to admire his fish and chips.
Looks so tasty.
I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. So I've been hungry. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Hey,
Yes, I'm sorry about that. They did have a gun.
They had a gun.
I thought you assigned... Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
I
Oh,
thought you-
Jesus, Iris, you've gone through puberty so fast.
I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Grexy. Now look what's happened. Helly's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Oh! Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming.
It looks so funny when he grips the newspaper. It's
I
like,
know.
"Grrr."
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
I mean, she has a point there.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
So precious. Your shiny forehead. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that.
Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
I love it. Oh, where me manners. Are you thirsty, your ladyship?
Look at him! Look at him!
He's so
He's like your
annoying.
friendly uncle.
Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice?
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me if you'd like some.
Wow, look at him go!
Glug, glug, glug. Lovely. To very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
I don't even recognize him like this. Where did Inspector Gregson go?
His eyes were
Iris
sparkling.
would seem to hydrate. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Very simple case. There's some very definitive evidence.
Can you imagine Gregson's sodium intake? He probably needed it. You're probably right. Oh god, I want chips so bad now. I want some fucking French fries. Look at them. Look at them potato
Yeah, man.
wedges.
They look thick.
God damn.
We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact.
We'll get some next week. Yeah, we'll get some before tier list next week.
Ah,
Gina, you're gonna charge her?
that's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I wish to, I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? How? How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
I mean, never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So, you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison?
She should be.
Damn, there's a 24-hour McDonald's near here.
That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
Those fries will not be good. They will not hit the spot in the way that these big old steak wedgies would. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
We are getting potatoes tomorrow. That's true.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
Those potatoes are, at least one of the potatoes is going into the hot pot, though. But we could make, like, potato wedges. That would actually be a fun side to have as, like, a thing for hot pot.
That'd be cute.
Potato wedgies.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all.
Oh.
I really desperately need to sharpen my knife, though. Every time I cut with it, I'm just like, oh, I need to sharpen this. Oh no, I need to work. Ah!
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Well, that's not
Jesus.
good.
Make Steven do it.
Oh no.
Do you have like one of those traditional knife sharpeners, or do you have like an electric one?
I have a bunch of whetstones.
Oh my god! Yeah, no wonder it would take longer.
Make Steven do it. The problem with making Steven do it is that Steven doesn't know what the angle of my knife is, because I've been sharpening it for like years. I'm still not amazing at it because I don't sharpen it that often, but it's just, yeah, it's the true way to sharpen. Listen, I did it because I have like a decently nice knife, and because you take off a lot less material, it makes the knife last a lot longer. It does make it a lot more obnoxious to sharpen. I've never gotten it to the point where it was like giga sharp, but as long as I can get to the point where it's sharp enough, I don't really care. You know, I don't need it to like fillet up a tomato skin, you know?
But that's the best part.
Yeah.
He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Shobes pipe down.
Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know? Are you sure?
Excuse me. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding.
I'm just gonna keep that knowledge about the 24-hour McDonald's in my back pocket in case I want chicken McNuggies at like 2 a.m. once.
Yeah. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better?
Thank you.
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because, of course. Yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why.
We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley.
I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater.
I couldn't help noticing, Inspector.
What? Out with it, sunshine?
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper, and we don't go in for favoritism.
But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's because of those adventures I like Sholmes stories, that's why.
Oh.
I crop up in 'em, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson?
Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about the inspector, Iris?
I don't remember, really.
It was one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Wow, cute.
That's kawaii!
Kawaii.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me? Eh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. I mean, yeah, I would love her too.
Bro,
after
if my pay doubled, fuck,
Yeah.
Jesus. No, you're completely right. Holy. Oh, that's amazing.
All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Sholmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. Oh, that's cute. That's so cute.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it'd take is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh?
I mean, yeah.
The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I lost to worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rants magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, poor guy.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Glug, glug, glug.
Ah, lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
Teetotal.
Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes? What is it?
I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
An important message? I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
To Lord Strongart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Yeah, you didn't forget about that, did you? Oh, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that.
He totally forgot. One of the whipstocks took her there in the yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you that she didn't have the fare for the return journey to go and meet her there.
Ah.
She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Guess so. First, let's,
Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Wait, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? Can't touch anything in here.
Oh, we were hoping to investigate.
This is a crime scene for Pete's sake. No touching.
What's the problem, Gregsy? Runo's a lawyer. You know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter.
Well, fair enough. The accused.
If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Do you hear that, Bruno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. Yeah, let's get on. Move on to the Lord Chief Justice's office.
16th April, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office.
Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. I mean, yeah, look at this fucking place.
I know.
Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
Oh, Jesus, how so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
That's real cringe, brother. Maybe it thinks the same about you. Okay, let's see. So, everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust.
Yes, thank you very much.
I don't remember what this guy's voice was supposed to be like. There they are. It's just at the Sun and Lord Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland.
Oh, bruv.
Oh?
Wait, what did he just say? You return to your homeland. Susato-san. Where did these doves come from?
Mr. Naruhodo.
What was that all about?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your call.
What's all this about? Why were you talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow?
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear.
Miss Susato, what's all this about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has.
That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no!
Professor Mikotoba.
If I may,
Yes, sorry?
you must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
"10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day.
I don't believe it.
As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening.
So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No, not even 24 hours later?
Gina, the Lestrade girl in the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes? An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed amid robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo,
Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart?
in deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's incidents. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Jesus. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend.
Serious matters? Huh. Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? This guy deserves a Susato takedown.
Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me."
There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
Which is?
It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
A timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair!
She literally just told us why.
Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why would she do that?
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you. God, the sequencing in this case is so weird.
Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
Feels like the end was written like really fast. What a day. Yeah, we went to prison early. See, like that's the thing, right? Is that sometimes there's like sequence breaking a little bit in Ace Attorney games. This is the most egregious I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I think it's they let us go wherever we want, right? But sometimes it just feels like it was written so that you were supposed to go to one place and then another.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, some of the other games were written in a way that was more kind of open-ended, where it didn't feel like you had to go to to places in a specific order.
Yeah.
This one is just weird because it lets you go in a different order, but then it makes the characters act like they've never seen those events. Just super weird.
Yes.
Could have gone to the pawn shop earlier. I mean, yeah. I think that's the intended sequence, right? Is you go from pawnbroker to here to the prison. But we decided to go to the other stuff first. This should have been linear with how the writing was. Yeah, it should have been. There's no reason it should have let you go anywhere if it was just gonna put you into scenes where you're like, oh my god, she's refused representation. It's like, we already knew that.
We knew that because she told us.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, why? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely get it.
It wouldn't have been that much more work, would it? To have just been like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll occlude these couple of lines because we know exactly why, right? Whatever. Anyway, Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave.
Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie... You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sato, but the trial is tomorrow, and you will be gone. It's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave.
You know what? I think what happened here is that the Susato is the only one keeping us on sequence. She disappears for like a little bit, and we're just like, oh, where do we go?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer. The Japanese word for lawyer is bengoshi.
Bengoshi.
16th April, local prison, cell 13.
Ah!
Hello again, Gina. Okay, so it's recognizing that we're back. Why would the writing be like that then?
We were never supposed to be here in the first place.
I don't understand.
What are you lot here for now?
To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again. Obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I?
I don't know, I think the break action's kind of cool.
Look. You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say.
This, by the way, is one of the things that is the difference between a game writer and a narrative designer. So a narrative designer is the person responsible for making sure you don't sequence break like that.
What?
I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell.
Eh? Farewell?
Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie.
What? That ain't my business.
Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them.
Yeah, that's right. I can't. What of it?
It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you.
That's a mental takedown, yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh?
You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it. By admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Jenny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. This is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't.
Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial. The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted?
Ah,
The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about?
yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe.
That's called perjury.
Mm.
Will you tell us about it now? Oh, word? Finally, some answers?
Who? Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The couples got hold of me and shoved me on the witness stand.
And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff.
I knew it.
What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing. And then...
Clover barking really adds to the ambience.
Does it?
Yes. I thought it was part of the game for a second.
I heard a loud thud. Like someone falling on the floor.
That was not the game, no. And that's when Mr. McGilded discovered you?
Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man.
Oh, but he ain't got no knife in his gut. He died beforehand. I knew it!
Woo!
Wait. What? Oh, whatever.
There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at me hands, I had the co's blood all over 'em.
What? Misleading graphics.
Ah! I was so scared I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threatened you how?
He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. About what he was gonna do after the co was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scalpel before the couples showed up.
Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Yeah, this seems kind of important. Oh my.
You said McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment of the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of Cove hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by me arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny.
Oh-ho!
Hmm? A disc?
Do you mean...
Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Winterbanks.
So the music box disc was there, on the floor of the omnibus?
Not for long. McGilded spotted it straight away. He picked it up smart-fish and stuffed it inside his pocket.
So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder.
And the bog trotter told me if I want to mutter a word of it to no one. Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and the footsteps inside the cabin.
Presumably that was McGilded getting on board.
Nah, not only him.
Oh.
Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people.
Oh,
Whoa. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim.
Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason.
In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage ride.
But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time, in low voices.
What? What were they talking about?
Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other.
So, McGilded was lying, as I suspected.
I knew it wasn't going to take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilded told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 cows from up top ran off to get the coppers.
Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
Right, and after they'd gone, McGilded asked the driver to do him a favor.
A favor? Now then, fella, What I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Aye, I'll give you 10 guineas. Damn, bro. 10 guineas. Nearby pawnbroker. You mean on Baker Street?
Yep, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coachie snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGilded opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see.
What were McGilded's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean.
Not telling a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well.
There's more?
Yeah. This is the most important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all?
You asked them to go pop your weasel, right?
Aye. The fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you lass to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You want me to have the ticket?
That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? Whatever you do, don't lose it.
Alright then.
In case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Winterbank so it is. You need to extend the loan before the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old fiend can come along and buy it.
Eh? But I ain't got that kind of brass.
Here's £5. Should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me...
Yeah, I get it.
Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers?
Aye. They'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what is it that you won't?
After he'd gone over it all, I piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
So, McGilded planned it. And coerced Gina into giving false testimony. We're gonna find out he didn't even kill that guy and he was just being sussy for no reason.
I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom, I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so he couldn't live in the East End no more.
Typical rich people.
That's what he threatened me with. Oh, what a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have? in a heartbeat. He could have had us, and you could have had the lot of us chased out of there if you wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere. That's where. So, I ain't have no choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid.
Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor.
A favor? What?
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
Eh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
You what? Lily's having a big operation right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Shums is gonna be alright, right?
That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake, as much as anything else.
So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is it? Is that it?
Something like that. Mrs. Sato?
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer or nothing. Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely.
Haha, representation papers.
Yeah.
Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Winterbanks now.
Yes. And perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there.
I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Winterbanks. Although, something tells me he's not gonna be happy about it. To be continued. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Investigation Part 4. Okay. Well, why don't we leave it off here for today? We can pick up the investigation next time, because we're going to have a little investigatey, a little trial, most likely. Gonna see what the hell is going on here.
Man,
Yep.
everyone's parting ways, right?
know.
Sholmes is in the hospital. Sasato's going back to Japan.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you next week.
It was fun.
Hopefully, by next week, I will be not drowning in work.
I hope so too.
I hope my workload is at least normalized into being a normal workload and not a giga workload. That would be nice. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.